Hello and welcome to tuteslearns.com. This is Virender and today I'm going to teach you something called transformation in CSS3. It's very interesting topic to cover, and first let's get it started with creating a new HTML file. We don't have to do much in the HTML file just to create a division, and that's it. And one more thing is to create a link to external CSS file. So link href equals, well, let's give it a name of tcss, and type should be text/css, relation should be style sheet. Okay, save it with the name t.html. Go create a new CSS file now. Create and save it as t.css. Now let's provide some styles to our division. Give it an height of 200 pixels, width of 200 pixels also, and margin from the top should be 50 pixels, and auto from left and right, and the background should be yellow. Yeah, yellow works perfect. And rather than using border, I use box shadow this time, and 10 pixels. Okay, what's 10 pixels, and let it, the shadow colors should be red. So now let's type WebKit, which is for Chrome, and then WebKit transition, and it should be all 3 seconds. So that's right. Now save it and do one more thing, which is opacity should be 0.5. Now this is what our divisions looks like. So save it, hit F12 after going into the t.html, hit F12, and this is how our divisions looks like. You can see our background is yellow and our shadow color is red. As in here, if you see, the background was yellow. It's taken margin of 50 pixels from top and auto from left and right side, and the box shadow, which this one says that take uh, the shadow should be 10 pixels to left, and it says that it should be 10 pixels to from top to bottom. So that's why it's here, and this 10 pixels is the intensity. If we reduce that, look, it just get dark. So getting it higher will do this effect, and if we get it on minus, well, let's let's find out what it does. Yeah, it goes to upwards. So this, I told you, is for top and bottom, and this for left and right. In a similar way, you can um, do it and see this works like this. But I'll work with the 10 pixels, which I want. And currently the opacity is 0.6, sorry, 0.5, which makes it partially visible. If I remove this, you can see it actually looks like this, but because opacity we had turned it to 0.5, so we can only visually see it partially. Okay, so now I would like to create another code which says div on hover. That is, when we hover over the division, then there should be some changes that should take place, and that changes are, well, WebKit transform, and transform should be rotate, and it should rotate 50 degree. So what it does, it basically whenever we hover over the our division, it's rotated, and also let turns its opacity to be 1. So save it, and even let's make the background to be green. So it's basically running 3 animation in here. The animation will be last long for 3 seconds, and in those 3 seconds it will turn the background color from yellow to green, opacity 0.5 to 1, and it will rotate our square to 50 degrees. So save it and check it out. When we hover over it, there it goes. So you can see that how this transformation works. We can work with different degrees. We can work with 90 degrees there. We can even work with 180. We can even work with 360. So this is how we work with the degrees. Let's check it out for 360. Hit F5 there. So it's all basically about rotating it. If you want to rotate in a particular direction, you can use that. For example, rotate X for rotating into X direction. There, now it rotates in X direction. And let's make it 36 degrees so that it's just don't rotate that much. And let rotate Y, save it, Alt Tab, hit F5. So check that out. Now it's rotating 35 degrees to Y. So that's how our transformation works. There are other transformations like there is scale and there is translate. Skew is there. Um, so let's cover them up also. If you scale, it basically scales the value of your square. So scaling can be done by simply putting 1.2, 1.4, and what does it means that um, it should increase the size of the cube in the x-axis by 1.2 and in the y-axis by 1.4, where being 1 will be the original size. So save it, refresh it, there you can see. And if you keep it 1, then it will remain unchanged because this will be the original size. So now this time the width will remain unchanged and the height will increase because we had taken x value to be 1 and y is 1.4. So that's how we use the scale. If you want it to be in particular direction, right, likewise, like as you had used in the rotation, then do it and simply delete this one, type 1.2, save, refresh there. Similarly, you can do it and check out it for the y-axis also. The third transformation is translate. So translate 30 pixels and 30 pixels. So save it, refresh it. There you go. Translating it from this position being taken 0, 0 to 30 pixels here and 30 pixels there. You can also work it out with a minus, which will send it upwards and to the right, to the left, sorry. So if you refresh it, there you can see now it's going upward because we had taken minus values. So this is the translate, and also you can use it with the x direction just as you had used in the rotation and scale, and for that use only one value, save it, hit F12 there. Okay, our last transformation is skew, and we are gonna take it 30 degrees and 50 degrees, and let's check it out. So it's just crazy transformation, and you can see it's skewing it and it's completely um, getting screwed. So 20 degrees with F5. So play along with these settings and check out how does it works. It can also apply it to the one direction. Save it, refresh. There, well, I can't see much change in X or Y or whatever in this queue, but it will, it is working. And so that's a video about the transformation in CSS3 and how we can use transformation with the animation. If we haven't used this, the WebKit transmission all 3 seconds, then it will be quick and there will be no animation. Like if we save this, let me save and hit F12. See? So that's the transformation with no animation, but animations gives it a bit good effect, so use that. And that's all for the video. Thank you and have a nice day. And thank you for watching my tutorials.